And this video coming in from Brickell, it captures the moment lightning struck. Buildings in the background are hardly visible there. We will continue to keep you updated with weather coverage coming up at 5. Now at 4, students, alumni, and members of the community gathered at Florida International University today. They were protesting the partnership between ICE and the school. University also officially got a new president. CBS News Miami's Terry Hornstein reports.
Those protesters just steps away from where that vote took place. And we spoke to some students and faculty who tell us there are some fears as the former lieutenant governor takes office.
No fear, no hate, no ICE in our state.
FIU senior Daryl Gomez protesting Monday with a group of students, faculty, and staff outside his school's Board of Trustees meeting.
Our students, especially considering we have such a large international student base, are concerned that this partnership with ICE is going to lead to more questioning of students. It's going to lead to false arrests. It's going to lead to racial profiling. Daryl is talking about the 287G agreement between the university and U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. The agreement allows FIU police officers to be trained and authorized to act as ICE agents on campus. The administration and the police department have not done a great job of really informing us about how they're going to ensure that this agreement doesn't lead to those issues. Just steps from the protest, former Lieutenant Governor Jeanette Nunez grilled by the Board of Trustees and then permanently appointed to the role of president at the school.
The 7th president of FIU.
Nunez served under Governor Ron DeSantis, a proponent of the 287 partnerships. Nunez, whose parents are immigrants, says she trusts FIU's chief of police with the responsibility.
He's done a phenomenal job of engaging with the community, engaging with students, making them understand that he would much rather be in control of that process than have somebody come in, an agent from who knows where, come in and manage that.
Nunez says when it comes to deportations, she will keep an eye on her students, but also follow the law.
We have a responsibility to follow the law. So certainly that is a possibility, but we'll have to monitor that situation. It's a delicate situation. I understand it.
Nunez will run a campus of about 55,000 students. Out of those, about 4,500 are international students. In Southwest Miami-Dade, Terry Hornstein, CBS News, Miami.
A teenager is in the hospital after police say they were shot overnight in Lauderhill. CBS News Miami's Morgan Reiner is at the scene. She has more on what people are saying.
One mom who did not want to go on camera told CBS News Miami that her teenage son came to this house for a sleepover last night with other friends, teenage boys, and that there was a shooting and that she doesn't know where her son is. She says her son took off and that he doesn't have a phone on him. Just after 4 Monday morning, Lauderhill police said they responded to reports of a shooting here on the 1400 block of Northwest 58th Avenue. When officers got here, they saw a teenager suffering from a gunshot wound. They transported the teen to Broward Health Medical Center, and at last check, that teen is stable. Investigators spent hours combing through evidence on the block and questioning people, but so far, no one is in custody. If you have any information, you're asked to call Lauderhill Police or the Broward County Crime Stoppers. You can remain anonymous. That number is 954-493-TIPS. In Lauderhill, Morgan Reiner, CBS News, Miami.
Wild sights out of Miramar this morning. A man climbed up a light pole and refused to come down for almost 4 hours. Police say this is the 4th time the man has caused a scene like this one. The man was waving and blowing kisses to onlookers. Crisis negotiators talked the man before he came down.
This has been his MO. This is not the first time our encounter is with him. We've had it about 2 years ago, and we successfully had him dealt with in terms of getting the medical care he needs. We continue to work with him and his family. The Miramar PD, we have responded with our social workers to ensure he gets the mental health that he needs.
Police say the man has mental health issues. For now, he will be processed at the police department. From there, social services will step in and decide what to do next. We have a sad update about a boat explosion that happened Memorial Day weekend in Fort Lauderdale. We are now learning that one of the victims has died. Fifi suffered third-degree burns on 70% of his body. The father of 4 spent days in the hospital, but his injuries were too severe and he later died. His loved ones announced the news in a GoFundMe fundraiser. He was one of 14 people on board the boat when it burst into flames. 11 people, including 2 young children, were hurt. And Homestead has left 2 adults and 3 children without a home. Officials say they all got out safely. Firefighters were called out to the house fire near Northeast 23rd Court and 37th Road. That's just east of the Turnpike. The Red Cross is now helping the family. It is unclear what caused the fire.
This is a Next Weather Alert from CBS News Miami.
All right, everybody, an update on our current situation here, which is not going to stay current. It's going to continue through Tuesday with a Next Weather Alert continuous, because I think we're going to get some rain overnight, so don't want to let your guard down. It's going to be a messy evening commute and a very messy morning commute as well. We'll get some improvement here, and you'll see that as we track the rainfall through late tomorrow, but it really isn't until Wednesday that we get out of this whole mess. So torrential rainfall, the main event now, with flash flooding continuing. We still have that flash flood warning in effect for parts of Miami-Dade, and we have more rain on the way. Now, there's a possibility of some embedded thunderstorms within all this to create some significant wind gusts and even damaging wind gusts, but that threat is, the wind threat is continuing to diminish. This is really turning into just a big flood event here across South Florida. Flood advisories all over the place. That's for street flooding, which can be quite dangerous, but a flash flood warning, very dangerous stuff here. That means water and inundation is ongoing. So we're talking about folks across Opelika heading down towards North Miami Beach, along that stretch of 95. That's not going to be good for the commute at all. Now, this is because of what's happened, not because of what is currently happening. The rainfall, anywhere from 2 to as much as 4 inches estimated by radar in the last essentially 6 hours. It's not the only place. We have pockets of purple here. That's where the heaviest rain has fallen. You can see one down towards the Coral Gables into Key Biscayne, out towards Sweetwater, Doral as well, a little bit less to the north and a little bit less to the south. Back to this flash flood warning, it's that outline there, but you see it's green now as far as the rain coming back to the radar, and that just means lighter precip, lighter rainfall. So, this is a good trend that we've been seeing over the last couple of hours as conditions have improved there. I just think the ingredients for the heavy rain still going to be with us, so we're still going to be looking at rounds and waves of rain throughout the evening. A lot of lightning with this as well. It has been a loud afternoon, no question. You can see again some of those deeper reds indicating the heaviest rainfall beginning to now push back over areas that are already flooded, which are a lot. So that's what we'll focus on for later this evening. You'll see on Next Weather Rain Tracker, if you go up towards Weston and then points up to the north and east, not much there, but as we head into the afternoon, it's this corridor here, right, across central Miami-Dade out towards downtown that will see the heaviest rainfall, and then we have a little bit more as we head into later this evening. I want to take you, though, on our tour here as far as the potential rainfall for tomorrow as well. The flash flood threat, this is from the Weather Prediction Center. It's a 1 through 4, thresh level, and we're at a 2 here, so that's pretty significant. And again, that's because of all the rain that's already fallen. So we're setting the stage for quick flooding as we head through tomorrow as well. So Next Alert continues there. This is what I was referring to, so we'll put this in motion and continue it into tomorrow. There we are at 7 o'clock. You can see a few pockets of dry weather, so it's not going to be a continuous rain every minute for everybody, but it is generally going to be heavy, and if it's not raining over your place, it'll likely do that with half hour later. That's just kind of the setup we're in. Look at 11 o'clock. So we got rain offshore, we got more rain over the Everglades in Southwest Florida beginning to push in. That has to get through here, so those boundaries move in, and we're at 3 a.m. at this point, still raining. A bit of a break between 3 and 6, but then you see some more wet weather. Not encompassing all of South Florida and not all very heavy, but because of the street flooding that, it's going to take a while to drain here, I think we'll have issues for the morning commute, and that's not helpful at all. 6 to 11 a.m., we'll have a batch of heavier weather right along the coast. In fact, from out towards Sweetwater, inland to the coast and heading up towards Broward as well. So this is a problem, right? We got another round of very heavy rainfall, and I think if we're going to get additional flooding, this is going to be the time frame through midday tomorrow. Notice to the north, relatively quiet, but at 1 o'clock we're clocked here with heavy rain that will then begin to lift up to the north between 3 and 5 o'clock. But this is continuous belt of moisture. It's tropical, so the clouds have the maximum amount of rainfall you can get. So once it starts raining, they just dump on us here big time. So we are at Wednesday morning. This is 2 a.m. and still a pocket of heavy rain, but I think that's the last batch where we get a lot more breaks after that, and we'll be able to manage additional showers through Wednesday. We're not going to turn off the rain. The rain chances are still going to continue. In fact, rain coverage will be right around 50%, but a major difference from where we are now and from where we'll be tomorrow. So Tuesday, rain pretty much all day, and then Wednesday, I think the early part of Wednesday will be the heavier rainfall, and then we'll just get back to a more typical pattern, more wet season pattern here of daily rounds of afternoon storms. That continues heading into next weekend with rain chances right around 50%. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
The suspect who used a flamethrower in Boulder, Colorado, has now been charged with a federal hate crime. The suspect had been planning the anti-Semitic attack for a year. He told investigators his motive was to kill Zionist people. According to the Department of Homeland Security, the suspect was in the country illegally. South Florida, security in highly populated Jewish areas is ramping up. Miami Beach police posted this on social media last night, saying, while there are no credible threats or nexus to the city of Miami Beach at this time, the police department is taking proactive measures in response to the incident in Boulder, Colorado. Sunny Isles police shared a similar message, saying there are no credible threats to our community. They already added patrols around synagogues and other key locations through the city in recognition of a Jewish holiday today. In today's Health Watch, the CDC says kids 6 months and older with no underlying health conditions may receive the COVID-19 vaccine. The updated information contradicts Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Last week, he said COVID-19 vaccines are no longer recommended for healthy children and pregnant women.
1 in 3 people in this country do not have a doctor. So that's one challenge. In terms of the kids, we know that kids under the age of 2 are those highest risk after the elderly for ending up in the ER or the hospital. And okay, most of them are not going to die, but as a parent, I don't think you want your kid to end up in the ER or the hospital.
Vaccines for pregnant women are still not recommended by the CDC, but the American College of OBGYNs still recommends pregnant women get vaccinated for their own health and for the protection of their baby. If you have a college grad or you know one, some tough news for them this afternoon. Economists say this is the worst job market in years for young people. Jobless rate stands at 4.2%. Economists say the unemployment rate for people ages 22 to 27 years old with a degree is higher than the national rate. The unemployment rate for those ages 20 to 24 is even worse. It's at 11.2%, and that is nearly twice as high as the national average. Florida gas prices are slightly more expensive than last week. AAA says oil prices have remained stable for the past 2 weeks, and that means that Florida gas prices should remain around the same price for a while. The state average is at $3.09 for a regular gallon of gas. In Miami-Dade, it's $3.06, Broward $3.11, and Monroe $3.29. And that does it for your CBS News Miami Quickcast. I'm Naja Sherman. We're going to continue to follow the very latest on this next weather alert day. We'll cut in with any new breaking developments, and you can also get the very latest coming up today on CBS News Miami at 5. We'll see you then.